What's up, my peeps? So yesterday I got accepted as a contributing writer for Elite Daily, an online publication for Generation Y. That's pretty cool because that's the first big publication that I got accepted to. So now when I write, I don't have to just write to a couple hundred people. I have the opportunity of writing to 3.5 million people. So the beginning of this journey actually starts about 2 years ago. And I had just done Bike to Believe, so I rode my bicycle from New York City to LA. During that trip, a friend on Facebook was following me. He was an author, a published author, and he had just written his second book, and he needed help marketing that book. So when I got to LA, he reached out to me and asked me if I would help, being that I had done Bike to Believe, and he knew that I could do the work, etc. I signed up immediately. I was like, yes, this is awesome. This is great. And during that time, I got to talk to people like Ryan Holiday, who actually mentored us through the process of marketing his book, Jake Ducey's book, The Purpose Principles, which is actually a great book. You should check it out. Jake Ducey's mentor, who he wrote the book after, or who inspired him to write the book, was Jack Canfield, who wrote the, Chicken Soup for the Soul series. And I think he sold like 500 million books. Insane. Like all through like the 90s, I think, 90s and 2000s. So I was hanging out with Jake Ducey, and he said, we need to start signing up. We need to start, I need to apply to write for these big publications. Him speaking about himself. And so he did that, and he got accepted to Elite Daily, Entrepreneur Magazine or .com, and some other ones too. So then it inspired me to do the same. So I reached out, used their application process, tried the same thing, applied to be a contributing writer, but like a day later, a couple days later, I got an email basically saying that, they reviewed it and I wasn't accepted. So I was like all bummed out, whatever. But interestingly enough, I wrote a Facebook post that night, and I said, look, I failed. They denied me, but I'm not going to quit. I'm gonna keep trying until they accept me. Well, you know how you say you're going to do things and then you never do them. That's exactly what happened to me. But then just last week, or a couple weeks ago, my friend Alicia Mozina, awesome human being, she said, after I wrote this big Facebook post, and she's like, you're a really great writer. You need to get this out there. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And then a couple days passed, a week passed. I totally kind of forgotten about it. But then a couple days ago, I thought about it again. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I really should do this. I really should try to get out there. So I only applied to Elite Daily, and then totally forgot about it. Well, actually, I thought about it again, and I was like, oh, it's been a couple days. They haven't responded. I probably got denied. Then yesterday, I get an email from Elite Daily saying that I got accepted as a contributing writer. So this is really, really cool. But the moral of the story here is that you can't quit, right? Like a lot of the authors or successful people that I know, pretty much all of them, if not all of them, failed over and over and over and over again. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, it's like $1 billion now, right? It's like a $1 billion empire now. She got denied 12 or 17 times, something like that. Imagine if she quit on the 11th time, right? There would be no Harry Potter, and she wouldn't have this $1 billion empire. More importantly, she wouldn't have been able to touch so many people's lives. Okay, I know how obsessed people are about Harry Potter. I'm not really into that, but Tim Ferriss, who's a huge mentor of mine, wrote The 4-Hour Workweek. He got denied 26 times. 26 times he went to authors and got denied. And on the 27th time, he got accepted. And that book went on to be one of the all-time, it's like the #1 business book, I think, of the decade. It launched the whole, you don't have to work for a corporation and sit at a desk for the rest of your life, you can run this online business and travel the world and do what you want to do. So that's pretty cool. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today. Also, I got my podcast mics and the little microphones, or the foam things that go over the microphones. And so when I go on vacation this week back home, my first podcast, I believe, is gonna be with my buddy Brendan, and we're gonna kick it off. Look forward to that. And see you guys tomorrow. Much love.